I'm Sam, and this is SamazingTravels.
Week 48, I've had a pretty bummy week, but it's been awesome now that I'm off work and free to do whatever I want. Monday, the most exciting thing I did was go to Kaufland. Kaufland is a supermarket, a huge supermarket. It reminds me of American supermarkets. I've just said supermarkets like 500 times in that sentence. Anyway, it's awesome. The variety is great. So I was excited because I was finally gonna get to cook something. Wasn't sure what I was gonna cook, but Alex and I were walking by the freezer section and he like pulls out this frozen dinner and it was this breaded chicken with mozzarella and tomatoes over it. And he was like, "Oh, I'm gonna take this. This looks awesome." I looked at him and I was like, I could make this in real life, okay? He bittersweetly put it back into the freezer and I got the ingredients to make this chicken mozzarella tomato thing. Once we got back to the house, I started making it up because, I mean, I just looked at the picture on the box. It wasn't like I read the ingredients or anything. I just was going for it. Lo and behold, it turned out divine, looked really good, and tasted even better than it looked. Tuesday, I can't remember at all what I did. I think I may have watched movies all day, like a bum. Wednesday, went to the new Aero store so that I could buy my Miami Heat hat after we won the championships. I promised myself I would finally get one because I just have a bunch of shirts and stuff at home, but nothing here in Germany, so I had to rep it, and I bought a hat. I also got one for Alex because I said that as soon as they win the championship, when they win, not if, when they win, I would get him one too. So, da-da-da-da, he got one too, and we look like bosses rocking around B-Town. Also had a slackline session at home with Alex on Wednesday. It was his first time. He was very determined to get a few steps on the line, and after 2 hours he did. So that's pretty darn good. I mean, it took me like 3 or 4 days. Slacklining's always fun. I can't wait to be a pro. Jumps and flips and shit. Thursday, Raya was in town for just a few hours. She wanted to get lunch, so we went to this Asian restaurant thing right behind the Jewish memorial. It's really random, but we just happened to meet around there and her program thing was around there, so I mean, it was simple. I thought the food was pretty okay for, you know, some random Asian restaurant. After meeting with Raya, Alex took me to this American neighborhood here in Berlin. I say it's American because back like after the war and during the Cold War years, this whole neighborhood, okay, all the houses were connected underground, so through underground tunnels. How freaking cool is that? It was connected in case of like emergency war with the Russians or something. These houses still exist and the tunnels still exist. They only closed them down quite a few years ago because the children from the families inside these houses would be playing like with balls in the basement or something, and you can hear it in the other houses. So the doors are closed now, but before it was like an underground tunnel connecting like all the freaking houses. I mean, I've always wanted to move to like a neighborhood on this one block with all my friends because it would just be fun to like raise all our kids together in this kind of little like cultish commune thing. That's not weird. It would be cool to have these tunnels. Forget using the street. You could be so sneaky, so ninja. That night, Alex cooked dinner, some kind of vegetable, beef deliciousness. Had it over rice, and then we watched Skyfall. I hadn't seen it. I really liked it. The last Bond movie I saw, I think, was Casino Royale. I gotta catch up on these things. Friday, can't quite remember what I did during the day, but during the nighttime, I met up with Jacques, Fabi, Andre, and Alex, and we went to Kilkenny's Irish pub. We were just chilling, having a great conversation, and then I noticed this giant group of Australian guys. I think it was a bachelor party. They posted up at the table behind us, and just ordered a shit ton of beer. I mean, so much beer. There was this one guy that seemed to be chugging all the drinks. Okay, I think he was the bachelor and everyone bought him a drink and they were forcing him to chug all the beers. Thankfully, the guy didn't like chunder everywhere because he was drinking a lot of beer really fast. They left all of a sudden and went somewhere else, and there was all these beers still left on the table. Brand new pitchers just sitting there waiting for me to want them, to have them. The boys wanted the beer, of course, because they're brand new pitchers and I saw that it wasn't roofied, but they were too afraid to get up and get it. I have no shame. So stood up and like a ninja, I grabbed 2 pitchers and a pint of Guinness. Brought it over to our table, sat down, and the waitress apparently saw me do it, like, because I was pretending to be sneaky ninja, like, She totally didn't care though, because she helped us bring the pitchers over. We totally just drank all the Australians beer. Free beer! Thanks Aussies, you're always doing me right. Saturday, I walked around Alexanderplatz with Alex. There happened to be a naked man with a knife the day before, walking around Alex, like sort of by the fountain thing, and the police shot him dead because he was threatening, I don't know what, but we went to go check out the crime scene. People were playing in that fountain like if someone wasn't killed there the day before. It's like, hello people, don't you watch the news? That night went to a Mexican restaurant called Veracruz with David, Shula, and Alex. Alex and I weren't gonna drink because, you know, we had a lot of free Australian beers the night before. We had dinner, the Mexican food was actually pretty good, and we had already drank 2 Heinekens because the food had taken so long to come out. And like I said, we weren't gonna drink, but we did. We drank a lot. 6 or 7 or 8 beers, 4 shots, and 1 mixed drink later, all in a short span of like 3 hours. I was pretty drunk. I tried this most disgusting liquor called Underberg. It's one of those things that David ordered as a joke, but it was like, oh my God, the most disgusting. It burned my insides, burned like cyanide. I was like, I survived though, and actually somehow made it home. Because of the events of Saturday night, Sunday, I did absolutely nothing. Watched movies all day, chilled with Alex, and I mean, what more can you do after all that we drank the night before? And now, the week in review.
Check out the deliciousness right now. That is like lemon pepper chicken covered in mozzarella and tomato and onions. What did you do today, by the way, at the supermarket?
Nothing.
Okay, that's
Just
wrong.
went with the beautiful girl to get stuff. You know?
You didn't guess the price?
Oh, yeah. No, nothing national.
He guessed the supermarket price. He was only 30 cents off. I love doing that. This is Alex slacklining, practicing. I don't think he knew I was recording, but he got so much better.
I don't want to be in your video.
Excuse me?
I didn't say anything.
Raya being Raya. So silly, girl.
Repeat that question.
You fucker.
Repeat that question.
What's Gmail? Alex said.
Excuse me?
I'm just pretending because it's uncool to have. That's all I'm saying.
It's uncool to have Gmail?
Yeah.
It's not part of the club. Not part of the club.
It's not a comedy.
Let me see that hat you're wearing.
Huh?
Let me see that hat you're wearing. Oh, go here, baby.
This is the American neighborhood where all we're doing is walking over these tunnels, these crazy tunnels. Then Alex and I sat by this little lake and we met a lot of ducks and a lot of people with their babies just hanging out, throwing bread and inviting the ducks. It was all right. Alex, Chef Alex, cooking some meat and vegetables. It turned out to be something like this. It was really good, and I made that tomato and mozzarella roll.
What are you about to do?
Paint my nails with my new nail polish. Well, one of my many new nail polishes
What is
that
this?
I'm addicted to.
What is this problem you have? Addicted? Did I hear addicted?
Yes. Well, I cannot walk into a Day-M or drugstore without buying at least one bottle of nail polish. Because it's so cheap. It's like 2 or 3 euros. And like they have such posh, like fashion forward colors these days. I just can't help myself. So, you know, I went in today and I just really wanted to get some new mascara and some AA batteries. And I came out with 3 new bottles of nail polish.
Did you get the batteries?
That's the problem. I did get I almost forgot the batteries actually. And then at the end, I was like, excuse me, miss, where are the batteries?
Becca, so funny. Here are the boys watching soccer in George's room. You know, just chilling around, watching the foosball.